If you've listened to the urban legend that nothing gets recycled, find out the truth for yourself. Follow us on this interesting journey through the recycling of beverage cartons. You'll be able to see how ingenuity placed at the service of the environment has resulted in an innovative and pioneering technological solution for the whole world. Project Clean, cradle to cradle, used beverage carton recycling. In our 21st century daily lives, it is a normal everyday thing to use handy packaging like beverage cartons. But what is a beverage carton? As you can see in the picture, beverage cartons consist of three materials: paper fiber, aluminium, and plastic polyethylene, which together make it possible to preserve and handle drinks like milk, juices, soups, and milkshakes properly. Separating the layers by types of material to allow them to be recycled is a painstaking task that is difficult to carry out. But Project Clean has made it possible to make use of each and every one of the materials. Your simple everyday gesture, depositing your clean used cartons in the specific container, allows their selective collection and the subsequent recovery of the materials they contain. So a lorry picks up all the packages in the yellow container and takes them to a selection plant, where the beverage cartons are selected and packed ready for recycling. The bales of compacted cartons come to the Stora Enso recycling plant in Castellbisbal, Barcelona. It is the start of a complex process which will result in the separation of the layers of materials in the cartons for valorization and recycling. The used beverage cartons arriving at the plant are crushed and cleaned in the pulper at the Stora Enso paper mill to separate the paper fibers from the plastic and aluminium. The paper layer represents 75% of the packaging and will be used as a raw material for manufacturing recycled carton board, which will then be turned into packaging again. What is the innovative contribution of Project Clean? How is the plastic and aluminium recovered? Project Clean, the result of research lasting several years and put into operation at the end of 2010, makes it possible to use what used to be a waste for the paper factory, the aluminium and plastic which used to go to landfill.
The idea for Project Clean started at the IES Business School in Barcelona. There we wrote a business plan on the basis of this idea, and we won the annual business plan competition. So we decided to start our own company called Alucha to develop the idea, and we found also Stora Enso as a perfect partner to develop a real project. So from 2004 onwards we've been working together, first to develop the technology with a pilot plant and later to develop the whole industrial plant. In the end, we were able to start up the plant towards the end of 2010.
Let's look at the process in detail. First, paper fibers are recovered. They are used to make carton board. Then, Project Clean. The aluminium and polyethylene waste from the pulper undergoes cleaning and drying, ready to be recycled in the pyrolysis reactor. The pyrolysis reactor is the most important part of the process. It recovers the aluminium in metal form and turns the polyethylene into pyrolytic gas. In the condensers, the pyrolytic gas is further processed into fuel gas and fuel oil. Part of the oil is used to heat the pyrolysis reactor itself. The remaining oil, together with the gas, is used in the boiler. In the boiler, steam is produced, needed in the Stora Enso paper mill. This is a technological story of material recycling becoming reality, thanks to process innovation and the effort of workers and collaborators.
One of the main challenges concerning the brick recycling process lay in the fact that the pretreatment, drying, dosifying and pyrolysis of this waste lacks any kind of reference at an industrial scale. Consequently, the solution to the problems that we have encountered has been very creative and custom-made.
Come with us on a virtual visit to a very complex process. The heart of Project Clean is pyrolysis, a technology for heating without oxygen. When thin layers of plastic and aluminium are subjected to these conditions, the following occurs. The plastic ceases to be solid and turns into a gas, pyrolytic gas, a hot gas. It is later condensed, obtaining fuel gas and fuel oil. However, the aluminium can stand up to the high temperatures and remains in metal form, now free of plastic. The aluminium is thereby recovered and compacted into briquettes to be reincorporated in the metal sector, where it is recycled to manufacture new aluminium products. As for the gas obtained, as plastics originate from oil, it is an energy source. In Project Clean, we use it as what it is, an energy source. In order to be able to handle the gas, first it needs to be cooled, and it is when the temperature is lowered that part of the gas condenses and becomes oil, which is another energy source. In summary, in Project Clean, two types of energy source are obtained, gas and oil. The good quality of the gas and the oil obtained means they can be used to generate heat, electricity, steam, and in the near future, power cars, lorries, or boats.
This is the 2010 Life Environment Best of the Best Award. It was given to us by the European Commission, who named Project Clean as one of the very best environmental projects in Europe. As you can imagine, receiving an important award like this one has made us all very, very proud at Project Clean.
The new Project Clean facility makes it possible to save more than 20,000 tons of waste that no longer goes to landfill, and to close the material cycle, making it a cradle-to-cradle process. In a way, it is a matter of imitating nature in the continuous material cycle. In nature, everything is recycled. What is waste for one is used by another.
For the mill, the Project Clean gives us on one hand fiber, which we use to make carton board. It gives us energy. The polyethylene gives us 20% of the energy requirements to make this carton board. And also it gives us aluminum, which we can sell for recycling. So in the end, Project Clean is giving the world zero waste.
In conclusion, with Project Clean, 30,000 tons of used beverage cartons can be recycled every year. The paper fibers in the beverage cartons once again forms part of the carton board in packaging for medicines, biscuits, and many other things. The aluminium can be entirely recycled in other metal products, such as pans, coffee pots. More than 1,200 tons a year are so recycled. The plastic is used as the energy source it originally was. At Castelbisbal, 20% of the energy needs of the Stora Enso paper mill are covered in this way, reducing the consumption of other energy sources. The society of the future will probably be a lot like the reality created by Project Clean, imitating in industry what nature has achieved in millions of years, recycling and recovering. With Project Clean, we make use of 100% of the materials contained in beverage cartons. A milestone has been reached, but this is not the end. It is just the beginning. The challenge is to export this new technology abroad, to continue our advance towards a more sustainable world.